something or other of March. I think like the 3rd of March or 4th of March, some date. So we are officially in autumn. So it's been a beautiful and wonderful summer in our garden, and we've loved it. It's been a pretty quiet summer for us. We've stayed home quite a bit as we've both been working, and we've just been enjoying our own home. We've got 2 little kids, so it's just been nice to be at home with them. Although in saying that, it's been pretty hectic too, because I've finished studying and I've started a new job, finished an old job. So it's been, yeah, pretty full on. But in those moments when we've had moments, we've either been working on our bathroom or in the garden, but although the garden hasn't had as much attention as I had hoped, but that's alright, there's always next summer, right? But we still managed to do quite a few things. So what I thought I'd do is a wrap up of summer in our garden to see what it looks like at the end of the summer, because let me tell you, I think it's going to look quite different next summer, because we are planning to landscape this puppy during winter this year, because we would like, our aim is to sow new grass seed in spring so we can enjoy it for summer. Oh, how we are hopeful, but optimistic. But we will we'll see how it goes. So anywho, let's do a little tour of our garden. So we'll start here. We have got this little veg garden. Oh, okay, yes, that comes out perfect. Okay, sorry, downloaded new software, no idea what's going on. Here is my garden. I'm calling that my my reject garden, because most of these, not most of them, but some of them I've gotten clearance at a local store, and so I just go to the clearance section and pick up really cheap flowers and plants from the clearance section. So I've got no idea what they're going to do, how big they're going to grow. I just whop them into this garden, but they've all just come late summer blooming. So, oh, hello Kit Kat, this is Watson. He's loving this late afternoon sun. But I'm just loving how this little garden's come out. I've weeded it not so long ago. The bark is really slowing it down. It's more sand, and we can see that some plants are really loving the sandy, soily type. But then we've got these other plants who are struggling, particularly next to the lavender. So my aim for this one is to prune the heck out of some of these plants, so it gives the smaller plants a bit of space to grow. Here's my wildflower / weed garden. But I mean, there's like little plants I've never seen before. I've never seen these ones down here. It's cool. There's a bee, we'll just watch out for that. But we've got swan plants galore. But we're not actually getting caterpillars, we're farming aphids. They're just everywhere. I've only had like great success with some swan plants when I've put them under nets, because then the wasps and aphids stay away. So we've had a couple of monarch butterflies, but none like the ones we had when I had them under nets. And then we just pruned them to be a bit more bushy than tree-like. Yeah, there's got the Californian poppies are still going strong. I don't know what these are. Cornflowers maybe? Don't know. I just threw a bunch of seeds. Oh no, these are the cornflowers, I think. Yeah, so it's been weedy, but also it's, yeah, that's just kind of what my intention was. So I will, in autumn, my aim is to give a really good weed, pull out the dead plants, and then sprinkle some more seeds, because I got a hot tip that you're actually supposed to sprinkle wildflower seeds this season before you want them. So I'll put the remaining seeds on this bed, and well, actually I might not, because we're going to landscape, so all of this will be coming up, but I'm going to save all these plants. They will be put into pots or something like that while we're landscaping. But I'm excited to landscape. This is all just how it is, the trampoline. And we ended up putting a hose, diverting a hose down here next to our strawberries. And I was too late though. We were too late. So we are still getting some strawberries, some late summer ones, but I missed the boat because we weren't watering them near enough. They need so much water. So all the late summer ones are really tiny. So I did a really good weed of this like a month and a half ago, to try and gain some more strawberries, and they've come back, but they just haven't quite come back in the way that we had hoped. So hoping next summer I weed at the end of the first crop, and then hopefully the second crop. I think I went too tough as well, because I really like these they were massive and out of control, so I had to kind of do a bit more research about strawberries and what I'm supposed to do there. I did plant some potatoes, so they're going crazy. I didn't realise they were gonna, this is our path, so they're encroaching. So they've started to flower. I wasn't expecting anything from these because I planted them. They were in our basement for ages and I just didn't get around to planting them, and I planted them and they've really come away. So I think what has to happen, I don't know, again, I just throw things into the soil and then research afterwards, which is not great, but I think they have to flower, get pollinated and do all that business, and then they start the production of the potatoes, because I pulled out a plant this morning, there was nothing going on. So yeah, I'm glad to see flowers. I didn't expect to see flowers. Kyle has sprayed down here because the weeds, we just cannot keep up with them. We don't like to use spray. For obvious reasons, but we just could not keep up. There's just so many weeds. They were the only thing that was flourishing in our 2-month drought that we've just had. And then we found this marvellous piece of greenery, a raspberry tree, and they're still going strong. So we'll bring the kids down this afternoon to pick those. They've been picking them all summer. Well, not all summer, but yeah, they're super cute. So definitely keeping that puppy or planting more, because we all love a good raspberry in this family. I can't remember the last time, but I think where we were up to. It's been so long since I've filmed. A little bit about that. While we're here, I haven't filmed as much because I've been on summer holidays with my children, and we have a privacy before consent thing that we're doing with them, so they won't ever be shown on this video, on my home renovations, or if they are, it's very little. It might just be in the passing behind me, so you'll see that I never video with the kids around as well, because I don't want them to see me doing this at the stage in my life, in their life. So we're trying to keep them, I'm trying to keep them away from the video. So that's why I don't pick up the camera all the time, and that's why it's months between, or weeks between recordings, because they come first. And we just don't have time. I don't have time in my life to record everything, but I'm just kind of doing this for myself, so I don't feel like I need to be that onto it. But it is really exciting to talk about things and share it with people, so I wanted to do that as well. So I've found a happy little balance there. But yeah, it will be when they want to join in and things like that when they're older, then maybe they will, but I probably won't even be doing this because it's way too much. That is too scary to think about the future in terms of them becoming older. A mother's dream, but also makes you like choke up a bit about how fast they get older. I am hearing crunching. I've got bare feet on here, but just look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little Sherlock. I don't mind showing the cats though. Hey, so this is Sherlock. Come here. He's made himself a little hole. Hello, Push Push. Hello. Yeah, he's having an afternoon nap in the shade, and now you've been interrupted. Hey. Hey. It's too hot for you. Go back under there. And we have 2 cats. So he's Sherlock, and the other one I saw before was Watson. They're generally hiding if the kids are around, but it's very unusual that I'm just here by myself, so they're coming to see what's going on. Push, push, push. Hey. Hey, push, push. Hey, push, push. Hey. Oh my gosh. They are definitely siblings. And they're always fighting with each other, play fighting. They've never really had a massive scrap, but oh, they're so funny. Sherlock's retreated back into his Well, he didn't quite make it, he just fell over on the side and just now sleeping beside his little tunnel. Anywho, back on, where were we? Oh yes, so this is all gone, but I think that was already gone the last time. I think this wasn't gone, so this was the cranberry tree. And we're talking with some friends last night about getting the stumps ground down, so we might have a look and pursue that. But look at this, the mound is gone, people. The mound has gone. So this used to be that big lump of compost soil. I sifted through, and I think I've showed some video footage through all the rubbish. It was so upsetting. It was just awful. It was just really there was a disappointing amount of rubbish in that soil, but the soil itself was really good. So I moved it to the potato garden, and also all the way up here, and we've planted grass seed. This will all be getting taken up, but we decided to test out how to grow grass while we've got some time on our hands. So we've planted grass seed, so we've kind of realised that you need to put a lot down, because we thought we put a lot, and also we didn't. You need to get a metal rake to actually rake it into the ground. There was some new stuff here, and it's died, because underneath here is concrete, so we know that, you know, we don't quite realise, you know, these things you learn. You think that we would understand if there's concrete, that it wasn't going to grow, but I don't think we really put two and two together. But anyhow, so yeah, we got some peaches off our peach tree. Oh man, I don't know if Kyle's sprayed here as well, but yeah, he's been testing out the sprays as well with weeds, just because it's such a battle. Anyhow, we got some peaches off the peach tree, which was really cool, but I know for next time that we had too many, so we need to prune, like pick some of the fruit off, because it got mouldy, and we need to put a drape over it so it doesn't get wet. This here, we're getting some little lemons, which is quite cool. Oopsies, I've just picked that one off, and I was just about to say I'm going to go and pick all of these off, because you're not supposed to let them fruit. I think you leave like 1 or 2 on, but you don't want it to over fruit in the first season. Same with this. I think I've taken lots off, but I've left a couple on, because you want it to establish before it fruits. This is the blueberry. I don't know what's going on here. It's not looking healthy, but maybe it's just getting ready for winter. I mean, it's also got lots of weeds, so it's probably a bit battly there. And here's our meandering tree that I severely pruned, and it's come back quite nicely, but I think it's missed the flowering season because I pruned it so it hasn't flowered, because it's been focusing on growing branches and leaves. So I don't think we'll get any mandarins off it this year, but we're okay with that. So when we landscape, these we've decided are not going to be here anymore, so we will dig these up once again, poor trees. We've also planted an apple one. That will probably stay there, because what we're going to do is an apple vine. It's a very cool idea, but I need to do something with it. But we've decided we're not going to have an orchard like this. It's too hard to mow. It never looks nice. Not that things have to look nice, but in suburbia, when you sell a house, people kind of want things to look easy to maintain, and this just doesn't look easy to maintain. It's not easy to maintain because of the round things going on. So what we've decided is we're going to plant it around the fence to make kind of like it intertwined with the flower gardens, to make it a flower and fruit situation, and put it with other trees. I'm just going to come under here under the shade. It's an aeroplane. Don't hear those these days, do you? That often. We've decided to keep this tree because it's beautiful during summer. Oh my gosh. And it's just so established, so our design kind of focuses around this tree, which is quite cool. Anyhow, that's enough from me. That's the end of summer tour, the end of summer garden video. I feel like it doesn't look like we've done much, but I feel like we have. I'm just getting some of the things chopped, the trees and structures chopped down, so I'm really excited. I'm looking back on these videos and what it's going to look like next year. Because the trampoline probably won't be in that spot, but famous last words. With obviously the current climate, you never really know when things are going to happen, they just kind of happen. So yeah, outside when I get inside. But that is the end of my garden vlog, so ciao for now. See you in autumn at some stage.